Hey folks, so it's been a while since I last played Pen Edition, and I wanted to revisit them for this current meta that we're in, which is either you play tiers or you counter tiers. And majority of the counters are D-Fishers and or Necro Valleys of sorts, right? So for me, I want to see how Pen Editions can hold up against the current meta, and to see if they can still do their typical combo routes. But I also spiced it up quite a bit and I made it 60 cards than my typical usual 40 card deck list. So I want to see if 60 cards can do something. But for the most part, I think you should just stick with 40. I'm only playing 60 mainly due to certain things such as like grass looks greener against certain pile decks of tiers. And also because maybe if I'm under max C, the deck out, it's a little hard for them to deck me out because of these Shizu cards milling 10, or even they're playing Zombie Vampire to mill like what, 14 total, if that's the case, right? But yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Alrighty, so the first match I went second, and my hand it's okay. So looks like I'm playing against a someone who hates tears, so it's Necro Valley Gravekeeper Control. Commander's gonna search the Necro Valley, they're gonna activate Necro Valley and set 2 for the most part. Don't know why they're playing Heretic, but alright, sure. So they have D-Fisher and then 2 unknown back rows, probably like Imprim or something. So I draw, I do Revolution, that still activates, I can still search, right? It just gets banished. So I search Luster. I'm gonna scale Luster, I'm gonna scale Poison. Luster is gonna pop the Poison, which will pop either Necro Valley or D-Fisher. Here I decide to pop Necro Valley first. So Poison is going to pop Necro, and then I'm going to use Joker. Joker is going to search me Harmonizing to get me Harmonizing, go into Baron, of course. I'm going to scale the Gate 0, and I'm going to pen from here. So Poison, Harmonizing, Black Fang. I'm saving my cards just in case they had like a Solemn or something, but it looks like they didn't. So I'm going to Baron. Now that I know they don't have Solemn, it's most likely an Imperm. So I'm going to pop the D-Fisher. I'm going to go into Time Star. Time Star is going to search. Now that my graveyard is live, I'm going to set up my graveyard for place. So I'm going to search Butler. Butler is going to pop Joker, triggering Time Star to mill. So Time Star is going to mill me my next extension play, which is Pensork. I'm going right into Electromite. Electromite effects to search Astral. So now they decide to Imperm my Electromite, so I have to respond to that. I'm going to negate the Imperm. And they're going to Metaverse. So now my graveyard is dead once again. Oh gosh. Okay, now there's a Necro. But that's fine because I can just go access code for a game at this point. Since Electromite plus Astro makes Selene. Selene plus all the resources that are available goes into access. And yeah. Adds the Astro summoned. I'm not going to be able to search anything and they scoop. Yeah. Welcome to tier meta. Anyway, next game. So this game I went first. And my hand is, it's okay. So I have Joker. I'm going to Joker because that's the only play right now. Joker is going to search. They decided to D-shift. So, okay, at this point, I can't really go into massive combo boards. I'm going to search Harmonizing for play then. So Harmonizing adds. I'm going to scale Wisdom for later and then scale the Eel because that's my only low scale. And then pen from here. So I'm taking a gamble that it's not tiers because obviously they're playing D-Shifter, that it's something else. I don't know what, could be flow, could be something. So I went to Psychic and Punisher, but in this version I didn't have a Baguska here, as you can probably tell. There's no Baguska. So I would have made Baguska instead if I knew it was flow, but I made Psychic and Punisher, and they opened, of course, the thing that outs it. So I'm screwed. Oh boy. Yeah, Baguska was shut down this entire play for the most part. So now they're opening up their graveyard again to activate Dimension Shifter if they have it in hand. They're going to add back the Rabina that was banished. Rabina is going to give them their play, and I can't do anything about it. So Eglin's going to add them the Penguin, or M-Pen, and M-Pen's going to search them the trap that makes it so they play on my turn. Yeah. So anyway, goodbye Psychic and Punisher. There's the M-Pen. M-Pen will now add them a card. Well, actually they get to normal summon again, I think. Yeah. No, they can add the trap that gives them the normal summon during my turn. So I have to gamble on, if I want to win right now, I have to gamble on my seal to disrupt that trap that they just added. So it's a 50-50 for me, or more, but it's a 50-50. And did I guess correctly? Let's see. So I drew Oath. So here I went Seals to negate, but did I choose right? And I chose wrong. Ah, shoot. Well, that sucks. That's horrible. I chose the wrong card. But anyway, now they get to play on my turn, and now I have to deal with a second M pen, which sucks. And they're going to tribute my Wisdom Eye, which also sucks because I need a Wisdom to search me a name to go into my other plays. But at this point, yeah, I have to now go into a situation where I'm -1 in hand, so I can't make more plays than what I have here, and that's pretty much game. So that sucks. That really sucks. They could easily have tribute both my scales, I think. But anyway, Wisdom, Oath, and I can't really do anything at this point. So yeah, on to the next game. Game number 3. I went first. I'm getting used to the blue icon. Okay, so this is pretty much combo here. So I open Shrine, Curtain, and Joker. So Shrine is going to mill the Scout. They don't have Ash, that's confirmed. They don't have Maxi, that's confirmed. Now I'm going to use Darkroom. They don't have Imperm or Veiler. That means they don't have any hand traps at this point. So I went Joker. Joker is going to add me Harmonizing for play. I could have added Wisdom and continue from there, but it does not really matter because this is basically full combo for what I need to do. So Electromite is now going to go Wisdom. I decided to go for Wisdoms of Astral. Add back the Wisdom. Electromite draws. And Double Iris will add. So honestly, I could just went beyond and just go right at it. But I decided to go for Electromite first here. So Wisdom scale, Oath scale, Star scale, Star activate Wisdom pops to add Black Fang, and then Star will add me a name, so I add Celestial for follow play, follow search rather. And then Pen, everything in hand and extra deck. Harmonizing will summon to see if they have a nib. They don't have a nib. Celestial's effect, since I know they don't have anything at this point, I made Time Star. Time Star searches, so I detach Harmel to add me Astro. Oath is going to add back the Wisdom. I will now make Starring Venom. Starring Venom is going to pop Black Fang. I will not trigger Astrograph just yet. I'm going to add me the Joker for later. I'm going to use Black Fang to summon the Harmonizing. Make Baron, scale the Wisdom. Wisdom's effect gets negated by Time Star to mill. And then I link it off to make Celine. And Celine will get 3 spell counters, or 4. And then I make Baron if you are in defense. And then Wisdom is going to pop to add me Black Fang. Now I'm going to use Astro's effect. Astro will summon and add me Wisdom. Then I'm going to use the Baron de Fleur to pop the Black Fang to revive Double Iris. Now I'm going to scale Wisdom again. Here I decided to go for... instead of ending with Double Iris to search a time graph, I decided to go for Black Fang again to go into Time Star. The thing is, I forgot that I took out the Dissolver for this version. I added back later, but I took it out here. So I didn't add the Dissolver. So I still add the time graph and I still revive, but I don't have Vortex. But it's okay. I can still do stuff, yeah? So I'm going to add Time Pen. And then I'll link those off to make Appaloosa. So here I'm just gonna stop because there's no point overextending because my hand is like good enough. This is a good enough board for the most part. So I have 1 Send, 1 Pop, Mech Knight if anything goes wrong, Appaloosa and Barrel. So I'm going to try and pop my back row. I'm going to negate it because I do want that Send and or Pop if need be. So this opens up for obviously other annoyances, but it's okay. Now you know they're playing Cubics. So for Cubic, you want to negate this. And then Appaloosa is going to negate, and that's pretty much the end of their play. So they're going to set 1. I'm going to Time Pen pops, Oath, and then back row, and then Time is going to send the Cubic Duza. And that's about it. Yeah. That is it. And we're on to game number 4. So game 4, I went second, and I think it was a tier limit player. And oh yeah, I was. So they're gonna add them Rhinoheart. Okay, Rhinoheart will give them play. because I don't have any hand traps. So right now it's gonna mill. They mill Murley for fusion effect. Murley is gonna fuse into Kit Kalos, balancing those two. And then Kit is going to add them a either add or send. So they're gonna send Halfness for fusion. So they're bouncing 3 for Kaleido. The weird thing is they didn't use Planet to pop Kit. I would have Planet pop Kit here. So they went to Kaleido, but they didn't pop Kit for 5 mils for potential more plays, but very weak board because I can play through that. Anyway, so I'm going to Eel is going to negate the Kaleido. I'm going to Allies Revolution. Revolution searches Dark Worm. I'm going to use Sky Iris. Sky Iris is going to pop my Eel, and I'm going to add another Revolution. Revolution's effect once again. I'm going to add Luster this time. I'm going to scale both Luster and double Iris. I'm going to pop the Iris, triggering the effect to search me Spellgraph or Star Graph. Anyway, I add Star Pendulum Graph. I'm going to activate Star Pendulum Graph. I'm going to scale the Blackfang, Blackfang's effect. Now I'm doing this because I'm searching a particular card, and that card is Harmonizing. Alright, now I'm going to normal the Dark Worm, Dark Worm's effect to search. I search gate 0, now scales gate 0, and I pen from here. So pen everything. Pen the Blackfang, double Iris, Harmonizing, and Blackfang number 2. And then I use Harmonizing to go into Psychic and Punisher because it's very hard for them to add it. And it exceeds into Time Star here. Time Star is going to add me Astrograph. And now I link into Electromite. And Electromite's effect is going to add me Chrono, because I know Astrograph is not going to search anything, so I'm going to add Chrono. I'm going to use Chrono's effect instead of Astrograph's effect, because this is enough for game anyway, as you can probably tell. Astrograph, Celine, access code, right? So Chrono is going to summon the Astrograph from hand, and then Electromite's going to draw. I drew Joker or whatever. Okay, so second end's going to banish my Chrono, banish their Kaleido. I could have banished their Kit. It really did not matter. I don't care if they mill because I'm confident they're not going to mill anything useful. Trust me. And with Celine, go into Blackfang. Go into Access Code. And Access is going to pop Kit, and I'm very confident they're not going to mill 5 because I know Fable Instinct is always correct. Mill 5, I don't care. What do you mill? Garbage. Anyway, I gain 2,000 difference and go right for a game. Over 10,000 damage has been inflicted to Teals. But anyway, on to the last game. So this final match is really interesting for the most part. My hand is kind of wonky, but I can have combo, but instead I misplayed. Why? Because I used Foolish first and not used Duelist Alliance first. Because I should have baited out the Ash. Because Foolish gets me plays, Duelist just gets me a search. So now that Foolish is gone, I just get to search. So I'm going to scale Oath. I have to scale Oath. I'm going to use Duelist to search Pensrock at this point. And it's okay. I can still play through this. So I'm going to scale Iris and then just pen the Pensrock, keep the Ash in hand. I'm going to pen pop Iris, pop Oath, add me Joker, and a Butler. Though I should have added Celestial Edition. But anyway, double Iris adds me Time Graph. Going normal to Joker, Joker's effect to add me Wisdom, Wisdom's effect to scout Poison, and Odd Eyes Butler in scale. Though I could have just searched Poison, not have to do all that, to be quite honest. Anyway, so I'm going to risk it and assume this is Tearlaments, and made a Dweller in attack position, and pass with this. So this is okay. Right, it's a decent board. Anyway, Abyss Dweller's effect, they don't have Imperm, that's correct. And now they went Planet, so it is Tears. They're gonna add Sharon. I'll let the Sharon through, I don't care. Like, I could Ash it here, but it's fine. They're not gonna draw, they're not gonna do anything. They're not gonna add a set 2, they try to go for battle. I'm gonna use Time Pendulum Graph. And now this becomes Pen Control. Poison pops both their names and time, obviously. Then they can't activate for fusion, so it's back to me. I draw. I drew Dragon Pits. I'm just glad it's a high scale. And with Active Gravekeeper's traps way too late, but it does nothing right now. So I pen here, I went into Poison for more control, go for battle. Slow and steady wins the game, because this has become a grand game now. I still have one material on Dweller, so if they did activate combo, I will use Dweller on that activation, right? And it looks like they did not. So they're going for battle. I'm going to use time to pop my poison, pop their back row. Oh, thank God it was not Soliak. Anyway, pop their other back row. And they can't do anything. Back to me. Just slowly making them rage quit. Anyway, I drew eel. Pen from here. I decided to pend my poison and my normal the eel and go for electromite, but they scoot. So yeah, and that's about it. Interesting meta winner. But I think sooner or later we're gonna get the Bestial cards. And I think the Kashiras maybe down the line. But we'll see what Konami does, right? So yeah, I'll see you folks later. And yeah, take care. Bye everybody.